What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Any Day Now podcast. I'm your host, Byron Manuel, writer, producer, director, content creator. I'm joined here with my boy,
Rich TV, aka Rich Morrow. I'm the co-pilot on this journey, actor, producer, visionary. Just keeping it real out here for y'all.
We are joined here with a very special guest. When I think about this guest, I think of a few words like regal, like bombshell, timeless. I think
It girl.
I've seen you in so many scenes. I'm like scene killer.
All right,
You know what I'm saying? Mrs. Any genre. You know what I'm saying?
That's her.
Actress, thespian, classic.
All-around star.
Sierra Angelia.
Thank you, guys. Thank you
Welcome
for
to
this.
the pod. Welcome to the pod.
Thank you for having me. So
Of
happy
course,
to be here.
Of course.
Yes, we're happy to have you here. It's good to see you in the flesh. We see you on screen so much that it's like she's a real person.
I am a
Man.
person. I
Working.
am. I'm not AI. I'm not AI.
Blessed out here.
Okay, period.
Yeah.
Super blessed.
Super working. I'm surprised that you were actually even in town when I hit you. I was just randomly hitting you for when you come
That's
back.
dope.
Yeah.
So for us to line this up.
Yeah, I'm out here filming, so working
Yeah.
per usual.
No,
Thankful.
that's a blessing.
Yeah, we
Thankful
got to
for
get
that.
more into how your schedule be looking. I'm curious.
Ooh.
We'll get there.
You
We'll
wanna
get
see
there.
that?
Yeah, we'll get there.
Oh,
We wanted to ask you, with your extensive background in the arts, and you've been trained for this. You went to school for this. You this is what you do. What is your opinion on the state of Black cinema today and where it's at when it comes to the quality?
Mm.
Are we getting our stories out there?
Mm.
There's been a lot of conversation about a lot of the stuff we're putting out right now isn't that quality. But I'm always of the school of thought we need to get stories out.
Mhm.
So I'm just curious to know what's your take on all that.
Well, I am absolutely in love with the state of Black cinema right now.
Love it.
With the heavy hitters like Ryan Coogler
Oof.
coming out with Sinners, I mean, a masterpiece. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I saw it 5 times in theaters, okay? To the independent filmmakers being able to tell their stories
Absolutely.
and having different platforms and streaming platforms coming out that are accepting our stories. And I feel like I'm just blessed to be a part of that uprising.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely a part of it.
Yeah, I feel like,
Feel
it's,
like you're leading the
it's
charge
a
a little bit.
times are changing, and I love that we're able to get our voices out there. So
Yeah, no, I love that. I'm in the same school of thought. I look at the state of Black cinema and I go, what a time.
mhm.
I feel like we haven't had the opportunity to even touch on 1% of our stories yet. So whenever I see us kind of doing anything, I'm championing it. I know we get a little bit of stigma for certain things here and there, but I'm always kind of I'd rather see it out than not see it out.
That
Mhm.
is true. And we sit on a lot of stuff because of, I feel like, the way that a lot of stuff has been orchestrated for so long. We're used to having to go through another channel to be able to get our stuff done. When
Yeah.
Mhm.
in 2025, you ain't got to wait on nobody to do nothing.
It's
At
getting it
all.
off.
Like, if you
At
waiting, you
all.
getting
Getting off.
left.
Yeah, you can laugh.
Right,
For
right.
sure.
Because we're already running. We got a head
Yeah.
start. So catch up.
Catch up.
Catch up, okay?
For real, but that's real. It's
Yeah.
crazy because there's so much opportunity, and you somebody that is a prime example of how you can take advantage of all that I feel like is out there now, and I commend you for it as a fellow actor. But
Thank
also,
you,
it's
thank you.
man, you doing your thing. I'm excited to see where this is going.
Yeah, there's no sleep involved, but
No, yeah,
but
but-
yeah,
Who
you
needs
know.
that?
Who
Right?
needs sleep? What is
When you
that?
living your
dream,
What
what
is
you
that?
sleeping for?
What is that? There's coffee in my veins. It's
Yeah,
not, it's nothing else.
exactly.
It's not.
When did you get involved into the arts? When did that come about?
Well, in high school, I was in a theater group called Mosaic. It's I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Shout out to Detroit. What up, though?
Midwest,
What up,
Midwest. You see the hat.
I was a theater kid and a figure skater at the same time.
Oh,
So
shit.
I was busy. I've always been extremely
Okay.
busy.
Figure skating.
Yeah, that's
That's a real Midwest thing. Like, we do
Okay.
stuff like that
And
that
I
people
mean-
don't know.
okay.
Yeah, you
and
know.
I mean competitive.
Figure
I
skating,
mean
okay.
competitive.
Look, I'm
So-
bold, so I feel you.
Oh, okay.
You know,
All right,
like,
athletes. Okay.
We got them random sports in
Yeah.
the Midwest that we just be good at.
Right, you got it. What you
Said
can do
hang
year
glider.
round. What can we do?
What can we do?
No. So in high school I was in traveling or in a theater group called Mosaic, and we put on plays, and it was great, and I loved it. And then I went to college for both theater and nursing, so
Mhm.
I got dual degrees. I got my BFA, and then I also have a BSN in nursing. So I just always knew I wanted to be on film, and then I just love becoming different characters. I feel like I can live out different lives and still maintain my peaceful life while
no, that's
being
a fact.
able to get things
as peaceful as you can keep it.
As peaceful as I can keep it, exactly. So so I went to college in Chicago, and then when I graduated, I got the opportunity to sign with Lily's Talent out there in Chicago, and they helped me to get on to Empire, and that was like my guest star role. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm about to be so famous. I was like, okay, whoever my circle is now, that's my circle. I ain't letting nobody else in, okay? But no, after that, I got that co-star role, and then I didn't get like anything for a long time.
That's funny, because that's what we were going to ask you.
That was the question.
That was one of the questions we were going to ask you.
Did y'all not see me as part of the role?
I was on
sorry.
I was standing right next to Taraji.
First of all, I talked to Taraji.
I was talking to her.
And Taryn, so I'm trying to figure out what you didn't see.
You couldn't have missed me.
You
what
guys
more
didn't
do you
send
want?
me my script for the next episode.
Exactly, I didn't
I'm
get
checking
it.
my email. I
Didn't
can't find it.
receive. Didn't receive. So
what's that like to receive that opportunity so early in your career, such a big opportunity, and then the crickets right after?
You know, I will say that I didn't feel like it was early. I felt like it was late because at the time, I'm
ain't never
graduating at 21 years old from college. And I'm like, there are actors who have been doing this since they were kids.
True that.
And I am just getting started. I feel confident in my abilities, but people don't know me yet. And there's, you know, I understand that I am a very talented and unique woman, but there's a lot of women like that. And talent is not the only thing that you need in this business. So I'm like connections, and I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. And like I said, I thought that landing that was just going to skyrocket me, and it absolutely didn't. So I started to do commercials, and that kept me afloat because let me tell you something. Commercials
seen you in a few commercials.
Okay. Yeah. Commercials help actors to, especially actors that are still auditioning.
Survive.
That's how we survive.
Say it
That's our
together.
survive. Say it with me. No. So I was able to do that, but then, like I said, I went to school for nursing too. So I became a travel nurse, and that allowed me to move out to LA and have as a travel nurse, they pay for your living, they pay for your housing.
Yeah, I heard my sister's a travel nurse. She just be traveling. I'm like, how the hell you always got the money to just go wherever you want?
Pay for your room and board. I'm about to become a travel nurse.
Man,
I mean, you still get a nurse. You still get paid your hourly rate, but then on top of that, your living is paid for, your food and your housing and everything. So
should have been looked into that.
Man, you still can. we need you. No, but I was doing that, so I was like working at nighttime as an RN, and then I was auditioning in the daytime. And I mean, it took so long for me to be able to land a lead, and that's why I really, really love the independent film market, because without that, I wouldn't. I don't know. I feel like I may have still been auditioning, or I don't really know. I don't want to say what
don't
direction.
Don't want to go down that road.
Yeah, I don't know that
direction.
But the blessings do come when it comes to the market opening up.
Absolutely.
And for people to be able to tell.
When did you
stories.
feel like that started catching some traction? Like, what was that time period around? What were you doing? I know you from doing some commercials, some films, some sketches, some digital stuff. When did it all start taking off for you?
So I'd say about really not that long ago, about 3 years ago is when it really started to just snowball. Yeah. And I started to get calls, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know. Should I take this role? I read the script, and as an artist, I was still, I love to act. So that's, that's my passion. And when I'm reading these scripts, I'm like, I see the vision, but sometimes people don't have the tools to execute the vision properly. So I was learning that lesson. Yeah. And as I was filming, things were coming out, and I'm like, that's not exactly how I saw the film. Looking at it, that's not, so I was learning these lessons.
I felt like I was in a different film.
Is this the same movie?
But hey.
Those are the lines, but...
Learning lessons, and so I'll say about 3 years ago, like I said, and I really feel like during COVID, doing sketches and just staying relevant on social media and just taking the time to do the classes, and that kind of helped my career as well.
Yeah.
That's really dope. I can completely relate to that feeling because obviously I'm an actor too. But at the same time, hearing that you just were passionate enough about what you were doing to still create regardless of what was going on. Mm-hmm. At one of our episodes, I was saying, if you really love this, just doing it sometimes should be enough. You know, we get held back from being able to do it so much
Yeah.
that even if it may not turn out the way that you may have seen it when you read it or the way that you envisioned, like, it's practice.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
you get to meet some dope people along the way. You
Yeah.
get to tell a story. You get to see yourself on screen. You get to have other people appreciate you, and it opens up more doors. So I've been in that space of feeling like, damn, like, I don't know if I should do this. I've done this already, and I'm like, this feels like a huge step backwards. I don't want people thinking this or that, but I don't think it's really about that. You know, I really love what I do too. So it's like hearing you say that, I can completely understand that thought process that we go through of like, is this gonna hurt my career? Because we kind of been
Yes.
trained and conditioned to feel
Yeah.
that way. When it's like, if you're an artist, just create.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
create.
yeah. And it's such a great exercise too.
Mhm.
I wouldn't take it away, regardless of
Yeah.
how anything I've done came out. I wouldn't take anything away because I learned so much. And a lot of my earlier years of getting to dive into a script and really break it down, that was practice.
Yeah.
And it's being able to tell, especially being the lead, a story from beginning to end and keep the audience captivated and make sure that things are linear, even though you may not film,
Yeah, in a linear way.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. So it was great practice, and I'm thankful that I had those opportunities for every opportunity that I've had. So yeah.
When I look at your resume, I go 60 plus credits. I want to say
Rolling.
I want to say last year I was looking. I counted like 12 to 15 projects that dropped just
Have
last
you been
year
keeping
alone.
track of that? Do you know how many projects you've been doing, or are you just working now?
Well, now it's a little different
Yeah.
because I let my team handle it. Because,
Mhm.
like I said, I was learning, and I'm still learning. I'm
Yeah.
still like at the very beginning of where I want to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, like my team handles that now. But like I said, I was taking a lot of projects,
Mhm.
and
How'd you navigate like booking it during all these projects? Like how are these projects even coming about?
I was filming 1 to 2 projects a month, and that's insane for an actor.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
insane.
That's the
And
dream.
It's a dream.
That's the
but,
dream.
But really, the actors that that I study or that I follow, they're not filming like that. They're filming 1 to 2 movies a year. So for me to film 1 to 2 movies a month, it was insane. And mind you, it's independent filmmaking,
Yeah.
so we're shooting short films a day. We're shooting 10 pages
Yeah,
plus
yeah,
a day,
basically, yeah.
and it's not easy. We're knocking these films out in 10 days,
Yeah.
if that. If
Yeah.
you know, so
Yeah.
it was a whole different ball game, but I'm so thankful, so blessed for that experience, because now when I get on these bigger sets and we're
Mhm.
like, we're only doing 3 pages today.
It's a
3?
breeze.
Yeah.
What?
I'm finna eat today.
All right, I don't like. Do
Yeah.
I even study? I don't even know what to do with my time.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's
I
like the
perfected
equivalent
these, you know?
of like athletes and how you have to practice harder, you know,
Yeah,
than the
yeah.
game, because then the game becomes easy.
Yeah.
We don't get to do that as much. And Byron spoke about this. You know, so I use him sometimes for my auditions because you have a
Okay,
director, homie. Why
Yeah.
not? You know what I'm saying? It's good practice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he had brought up the point that we as actors sometimes take advantage of the opportunities because we get so many auditions, because you don't hear back about so many auditions, because you've been through this so long. And it's like that's still an opportunity to work.
Mhm.
So treating it like it is every time, like you said, when you do get on them big sets, like I know what it's like, you know, being on a big set and it'd be a lot of shit going on.
Yeah.
If you can't calm your mind and feel like you've prepared enough to be there to lean on that confidence, sometimes some people fall apart. I've seen some people, you know, fall
Yeah.
apart. You
Imposter
know,
syndrome is real.
For
it's
real.
very
It is
real.
so-
It's natural.
I
It
think
is
that's
so
why
real.
it's like such a huge advantage to like the repetition that we've had. Because
Yeah.
even, I mean, there was a period of time where we were doing a lot of sketches together or in the same universe of people
Mhm.
doing sketches,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
was like practice every single day. When I look back at times like that, and even the fact that you're working so much now, I'm looking at it like, what a grand opportunity and advantage, because all your hours versus entry level actress that rolled in this year, you're blowing her out the water.
She
You know
can't
what I'm
even catch
saying?
up.
When it comes to all the work that you've put in at this point, the independent resume versus like studio resume, have you felt like you've been getting the opportunities to do like bigger films at this point in your career, or do you feel like you haven't been really seen yet, or where are you at on that?
Well, I feel that now I have more opportunities for bigger projects
Yeah.
and more network
Good.
projects, and I credit that to the independent filmmaking
Hell yeah.
and the projects I've been a part of, because they've risen my star meter and they've allowed me to get noticed. And it's so interesting when it comes to acting, because they want you to have so many credits to get a credit, but
They
how do I
won't
get
give
a
you
credit
that.
to get a credit? How do I do it? So, like, if you're there, if you're an actor and you're there, I know it's insane. But uh, the films that I've done has, like I said, helped
shit
helped me
crazy.
to break down the door of, like, hey, I can do this. This is what I've done
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
a micro budget, and imagine what I can do with the budget that you have.
The proof
Yeah.
is
And
there.
yeah, the proof is already there. And also, I feel like my brand, represents me, and I represent my brand.
It's
I,
authentic.
it's an authentic brand. I am who I am, and like I said, the projects I've done has helped me. So now I have some projects
That's
coming out.
amazing.
This fourth quarter, I've got a series coming out on a network, and then I also have another original film coming out, and so stay tuned for that.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, it's just
No, your name
things
is
are different.
definitely out there, and I feel like it's on radars, because even when
Yeah.
I've gone to like networks to pitch something, and I'm like, they're like, well, who are your casting choices? And I'm like, well, who works for your network? You've been on some of these lists. I say, I'm like, oh, well, I've got to.
Yeah.
She's committed to do this. I was just talking to her.
Yeah, that's the homie.
This is who I wrote this for. She's gonna do it. Yeah, how much can we get?
Right.
Yeah, so-
No.
Man, credit to
Yeah.
you for all the work that you
Thank
put
you.
in.
Thank you so much.
It's
I
always
appreciate that.
interesting because we're like, when I look at the resume, I'm like, Tubi queen over here. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
Shout out to
Killing
Tubi.
them.
I
Shout
love you
out.
guys.
I'm like, every time
Okay.
I see you on something, it's going crazy. It's number one. It's number
Mhm.
two. Sometimes it'd be number 1, 2, and 3. I'm like,
Yep.
damn, she just put out
People
Yeah.
looking for her now, though, and
Yeah.
that's one of the things that I feel like To Be Revealed was that
Mhm.
people really are going to gravitate to who they like, you know what I mean, and who they respect. And you come on that screen, giving it every time. It don't matter what project you in. You got
Yeah.
fans now.
Yeah,
And
it's interesting.
That's how it starts, though. How do
It's
it feel
interesting.
having this base? You said 3 years.
3 years.
3 years. So in this
Yes.
last 3 years, what do you
like
feel
20
like?
projects in the last 3
Yeah,
years.
like what does
Maybe
it
even more
feel
than
like
that.
now? Like if you were talking to that girl 3 years ago, and she didn't know what
Ooh.
was about to happen, and you could give her anything that's gonna help her get through it. What do you feel like has been the biggest thing?
I would tell her to have patience,
Yeah.
and that when the time comes, you will be ready, because everything was preparation. If I would have gotten the films that I've gotten back then, I wouldn't have been able to deliver the performance that I was able to deliver. So it was in due time. And if I would have gotten those opportunities and I would have bombed them, or then that would have I wouldn't have been able to elevate. So
True.
it all happened
Coulda
when it was
changed
When it was
supposed to
supposed to.
happen. Yeah, like
Gotta be
I
right on
had-
time.
It's just right on time. Okay, right on time. And when it comes to like the fan base or my supporters, I'm like forever thankful. I just had a movie come out on Tubi. That's a Tubi original, The Divorce Lawyer, and that movie was #1 for 30 plus days on Tubi.
Come
and
on.
I felt so blessed. I felt so accomplished.
Scene, you
Because
just
Cachet
I'm like,
is crazy.
I'm like, when they
30
told me
on
over
days.
30
Tubi. They
days,
dropping new movies on Tubi every day.
yes, and it's an original, and I'm just like, I was so thankful because the story is there,
Yeah.
the performance is there.
I seen the trailer. That shit look good. I need to go see it.
Yeah, you should. You gotta
I'ma check it out.
Check
I'ma
it
check
out.
it
Yeah,
out.
check it out. It really just touched my heart, and it let me know that the work that I'm putting in is being noticed, and that I just got to keep going, because not every day is a happy day. Some days are super tough. So that helps to motivate me.
How do you balance the life of it all when it comes to, because we're on this roller coaster journey of up and downs, of one day you're great doing great, the next day you're not. How have you been able to manage that?
I'm just going. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, okay?
Breathing.
I'm not
She's
like,
like,
oh,
am
I
I
just
managing it?
I
I
started with
meditate
breath.
and I just journal. Well, I do meditate and journal, but every day is not a positive day. Sometimes I am crying and I'm like, what is going on? Am I on a hamster wheel? Is this gonna happen for me? And sometimes I have meltdowns. I'm just a girl.
No, that's a
so
fact.
that happens, but
It's not just a girl thing.
I'm just a girl. I'm
It
just
was
a
a girl
girl,
thing.
guys. No, I do have meltdowns sometimes, and there are other days, and I'm like, man, you the best. You the biggest Big C out here. Like, stop playing. And, you know, so it just depends on the day.
That's the Detroit coming out
What
of
I
you.
do, it's Big C, not the little. So, you know, it just depends on the day. And right now I'm feeling great. So it's Big C today. That's who y'all got. No crying.
I always, like, we ask on this pod sometimes, like, you know, what are the hardest parts of, like, the journey? And for me, the last couple times, my answer has been like the whole thing, you know, of like the hardest parts of like everything, getting up,
Yes.
getting to the set, preparing something, writing something, making some food on the way, like the vicious cycle of being an artist in this like tormented soul narrative that kind of floats around sometimes. I'm like, I don't even know. Like how do we even love this
Doing
so
the
much
shit that we do.
when it's like so wishy-washy, you know what I'm saying?
People outside of it be looking at us like we crazy,
Of
but you
course.
gotta kind of have that level of passion because everybody in this industry is filled with that.
Yeah.
And it's like if you the only one that don't feel like this about this, you probably ain't gonna accomplish what you out here to accomplish.
You're not, and you haven't gotten that high yet because for me,
Yeah, the high is
it
real.
is a high. It is.
Oh my goodness.
As an actor, when I'm able to have, like, when I get a really good scene partner and I'm like, we're like the ensemble is just ensembling, okay?
Yeah.
And we're just in that energy and we're just throwing those balls to each other, the balls of energy, and it's like we're really in that moment. It's like euphoric.
It
Like
is.
that's really the
It's
best
magic.
word.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really the best word to use. And you get to capture that energy on screen and it's just like, I want to do that again.
Absolutely.
I want to do that again, you
Yeah.
know? So it's,
The
that's-
healing properties of all
Yeah.
that goes into performance and
Yes.
That's
artistry.
what I love about class so much. When I first got into class and we started doing exercises, I wasn't really thinking about what exercises would even be like as an actor before I became one. So
Okay.
you discovering all of these different ways that they're bringing stuff out of you
Yeah.
that you never
The art,
ever
the
would have
art
done.
form.
Yeah,
Oh man, like you gotta sit, you know, in front of people for 10, 20 minutes and really tell them how you feel about them, how they make you feel. Like this was all so new to me as an actor that when you see the magical moments, you realize it's way more powerful than stuff that you see on TV. And these are just people just having conversations,
Yeah, no,
connecting with
facts.
one another. You know what I mean? And like she said, capturing it, man, I think that's what makes what we do so special is because people get to see themselves through all of our eyes. And that's
Absolutely.
the dopest thing in the world. Like that high you said, Byron said it's the worst drug in the world. to
Oh,
be
it's
addicted
definitely
to.
the worst drug.
Because it's so hard
it's
to
so
get.
addictive.
Yeah, it's
you
addictive.
can't get rid of it. That's
Yeah.
that's why people they're acting into their late 60s,
Oh, yeah, they be
70s.
100
They're
years
still,
old trying to do
don't
this shit.
matter. They're still in it
You
because
get a
Working a
hit
lot, too.
and need another hit and then another hit.
one,
You're like,
and always
damn.
will.
Even if they're only doing one movie a year, they still doing that.
Man, working on it all
Making sure
year,
they-
like 6 months.
Imagine somebody you're gonna be pushing them Samuel numbers in a little while. You keep it up at the rate you going. 3 years, that many projects.
Yeah, you're right.
It's
You're
a
right.
Trajectory you on.
But I will say this year I've taken the least amount of projects just because
Yeah.
I've been really, really specific with what I want. And like I said, my team is really amazing. They know exactly what I want to. So they are pitching me to films that
That's growth.
really fit
Love that.
what I want and accepting films that go with what I want. And it's tough because I'm like, what's wrong with this one? I think this is good. They're like, no. All right, cool. All right,
Have you felt any like, because you know the narratives that surround like Tubi of like it's not quality or you know it's junk or whatever people say. I personally don't agree with that. We've got a film on Tubi,
Yeah.
Swoon.
Swoon.
Back
Shout
there.
out to
Yeah,
Swoon.
check that out. But have you felt like there's been any stigma attached to you for doing so many projects on the platform, or do you even care? Because
I love Tubi. Okay, I am so thankful to Tubi, and I feel like there are quality films.
absolutely,
There is.
100% quality
Absolutely.
films on Tubi, and it's what you're watching. If you feel like they don't have quality films, then you might need to check your recommendations or
Change your
things
palette.
that,
Yeah, you
that you're
Upgrade
clicking
your
on.
palette.
You know,
Change your palette.
And I do hear the negative connotations about surrounding Tubi,
Yeah.
but it doesn't bother me whatsoever because it's a platform that's helped to elevate my star,
So many
and it's
people.
a
It's given us
platform
so
that's
much
forever
opportunity.
growing. And yeah, I love Tubi. I'm thankful.
Yeah,
for
shout out to Tubi. We appreciate y'all too. Make sure y'all go check out all of our projects.
that. Yes, please do. Please do.
you're gonna be watching them for months.
Yeah, you gonna be
You're
watching.
like, damn, this girl. Okay.
Did I hit all 60?
Right. Facts.
Nah, that's dope.
Facts.
I'm curious, just random. I mean, you've played so many characters at the. I've seen you play so many characters at this point. Are there still things you felt like you haven't explored yet, or things that you might want to lean into a little bit more?
Absolutely. I'm leaning more into action now,
Okay.
into and if there's anything sci-fi, like that's really on my radar right now because that's the kind of content that I consume on my, on a daily myself. So if I can get into something that has a different world, just world building, oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
And they got bigger budgets.
They do have bigger budgets. I didn't want to say that, but no, I'm looking forward to diving into that type of character because I really haven't had that opportunity to utilize my stunt skills and really show what I can do on that end of things. So.
Yeah. So you study, you train for stunts?
I am stunt trained.
That's fire.
I am I'm ready, and I'm ready to use it too.
It's fun, man.
You did.
I'm about to slam everybody in this room.
Actually kill somebody and get away with it be the dopest
with
shit. With
Irvin on Power. Did Irvin do Powerpuff Girls? Who did?
He did do Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
You know Irvin Lambert?
Yeah, it was the purple Powerpuff.
Yeah. So that's that's bro.
And then there was another person.
Yeah, I forgot. Oh, actually, no shit. No, I haven't seen it in so long. That's dope.
Yep.
That's the family. They be getting it in.
Yep. That's what I really like.
So you can answer these as short or as long as you need to. But what makes a great director versus not a good director, not a great director?
I've noticed that directors that are very connected to the story and very prepared are amazing. They know exactly what they want, exactly what they see shot for shot, and they have the ability to communicate what they want not only to the DP and the crew, but convey that to the actors as well. And I've had the opportunity to work with directors like that, and it's just phenomenal because you're able to really help me to make sure that my choices that I've made for this character align with the choices that you see, and we're able to play around in that little bubble there. So.
Yeah.
It's different when you're in an audition and you don't know what the hell they really want.
Yeah, you got to look at the clues and the
you
writing.
Be really studying, like.
Yeah, like okay, she smiles, so she's friendly. All right.
That's really how it is.
Like, all right, let me fix this up.
Trying to figure it out.
Between the lines.
Gotta read between those lines. It's sitting there somewhere. You can feel it.
Impossible. Read. You're like, what the hell?
It really be like a maze you gotta figure out. It's like y'all could have just told us half of this. The breakdown don't really be enough sometimes.
Yeah, just tell me what you want.
Come on, Byron be like, that's all they gave you.
You should have left a voice note for me. Come on, man.
Commercials, they do though. That'd be the crazy part. Commercials, they'll tell you everything. So this is what they don't want. They don't want you coming in.
Casting directors for commercials. Oh my gosh.
They casted movies.
Put your phone like this. Not like this. If you send it like this, we're not gonna submit it. Send it like this. Okay, cool. Here up. Do you know what that means? Chest up. All right, cool. Hands.
Fire.
Not quick. Not quick. I said hands. Okay.
Yeah, don't do it too fast, or you're not gonna get casted. Like, whoa.
You're gonna get booted. Like, dang. All right.
Too many blinks. You're blinking too much.
I don't like it.
I love them. I'm not gonna. It'd be so cheesy, but I love watching them because I just can't wait to see how hard they about to go on this.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's
I can't believe the mediums are so different. That's crazy. The commercial food be incredible too.
So good.
Oh yeah, they budgets be on point for that little one-day shoot.
They live it.
They're getting it, yeah.
Delicious.
Who are some actresses that you've aspired to be like or been inspired by, or some of your favorites?
I like Michaela Cole. I love. Okay, I have so many. If we go,
you can run them off.
Real thespian, you can tell she got excited about this.
Like when it comes to studying, I love Viola Davis. I feel like she's such a powerhouse. And when it comes to looking at like powerful characters and that change that your character goes through, I think she does a phenomenal job.
Her arcs are incredible.
I mean,
that's a great point.
Amazing.
Incredible.
And sometimes I'm watching her and I just get so engulfed. It's so hard to study because I have to go back and like, okay, we're not watching the movie. We're watching her choices. Like, girl.
Imagine being on set with her in the scene. It'd be like.
Like
forget everything.
Oh, I'm in the scene?
Shit. I did it again.
Okay, but no,
you killed it though, Viola.
Yeah, she's a powerhouse, and I love studying her. So I'll give
Who else? I gotta hear at least two more.
Okay, Okay, do you know who Michaela Cole is?
I do.
Okay, all right, just making sure. Just
Yeah.
making sure it's my girl. Super talented. Okay, if I can only give one more. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna give a guy. And I
Okay.
think that he is top tier when it comes to acting. Like, I think, honestly, one of the most talented. And that's Jonathan Majors.
Oh.
I think he is phenomenal.
He
Oh
is.
my gosh.
He is.
Like,
he is. He top tier.
top
I
tier.
gotta watch
Yeah.
the new one he
Top
just
tier.
put out, but they
Oh,
said
we
that
haven't
was
seen it yet.
crazy.
I can't wait.
Every
Yeah.
one of
Can't
his,
wait.
he's one of the only actors that I actually, in my position, feel like I can learn from because
Mhm.
he gets there. Like I feel
Yes.
like
He's
they
going for
probably
it.
have to pull him back
Yeah.
more than they ever had to tell him to do
Yeah.
anything.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I love that.
He's in it. Like,
He's
the
going
energy,
for
and
it.
it's about the energy, and
Yeah.
that's what I'm like. When it comes to capturing that on screen, it's not easy to do, and
No.
I feel like every shot for shot, when it comes to Jonathan Majors, I feel the energy, just pouring from the screen,
Yeah.
and he's in it.
Yeah,
he
he
is
in
in
it.
it, and it is just, he's a great actor to watch.
Yeah, he's an actor's actor for sure.
yeah,
For sure.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
I'm also a little curious about because you've lived in the indie space so much. How have you gone about negotiating your rate?
I don't like to do that. Please don't ask me to negotiate. I'm not good at that because I think I'm just too nice too. I'm just like, what do you guys have budgeted? Like, I don't know if you're going to be able,
Yeah.
They said human nature. If
It's
you
an
create
artist
it,
thing,
you
too.
always undershoot yourself. In any
Yeah.
medium, in any place, if somebody asks you what your worth is, you're gonna always devalue it a little bit. Human nature.
Yeah,
And
it's no matter how much healing you done, we human. A lot of people don't value themselves as much as other people will.
And I do know my worth. I do feel like I'm worth, all of it. But
Yeah.
but I also, coming from a producer as well, the producer side of things, I know what it's like to work with a budget, and you may not have that, but. Like I said, I don't like to negotiate, so I leave that up to my team. Ask them, you guys talk to them about it, because if I do it, then I'm gonna end up not getting paid anything because
You just be willing to
I'm
do
gonna be
like,
like, they'll be like,
I got y'all.
We
No,
really
it's
want you
cool.
to be in it, but we only have this budgeted. I'll be like,
We only
ooh,
got 2
that's like-
sandwiches.
That's
Yeah.
like 1/3 or
being a
like
nice
a
person
quarter
in
of
this
my
industry
rate.
definitely holds us back. I think when you got a good heart, you don't want to take advantage of people,
Yeah,
like
I
you
don't
saying,
want
and
to.
I deal with it too. And it make me want to ask you another question because I know how that just made you feel. I'm sorry for this, but if you just got casted
Uh-huh.
in your dream role, I don't
Okay.
know what that is,
Okay.
but you just
all
got
right,
casted
I'm
in your
it,
dream
okay.
role, and they made you negotiate your rate.
Me?
What would you start at? Mm-hmm.
What would I start at? Is this a big budget? Like who?
Yep,
Is it
it's
Marvel?
a big budget.
Is it like a
If that's what you're
1
dreaming.
million trillion? No. $1 million trillion. No, I would.
Where would you start at? And you could blow the deal, though.
I could blow it.
You could blow the deal.
And
But
it's
you
like
don't
one
want
shot.
to undershoot
So
yourself.
I have. Oh, can I use ChatGPT?
Nope. Nope.
Can I use Chat?
Nope. Big budget. $100 million film,
$100
I'm
million?
imagining.
$100
now.
million film.
Lead.
Lead? I don't know. I would say $1 million.
A
$1
million?
million. To be the lead, yeah, $1 million.
I'm not mad at that.
I would
$1
pay
million.
you probably 3 to 5.
Really? See, I undershot myself. That's why I don't negotiate. I
You
don't
ain't
do
blow the
it.
deal, though. Look,
I didn't
you
blow
just
it.
You didn't blow the
I
deal.
was like,
You didn't blow
$1
the
million.
deal. Came up on the M, though.
I came up on the
Came up on the M, though.
and my dream
Yeah.
role. I'm happy. Don't even
Yeah.
tell me what you were gonna pay me. $1 million
Yeah.
and my dream. Put them bananas in my trailer. I'm good. I'm great.
It's always interesting to just see how people, think of that, though, because you could be faced with something like that tomorrow, You're talented enough.
Thank
like,
you.
I believe in that. I know Byron do, too.
For sure.
And I'm
Thank
sure
you,
all of your
guys.
fans do,
Thank
but, I claim that over you because I feel like everybody need to know what it feel like to have their wildest dreams come true.
Oh,
that's what
yeah.
we in this for, right?
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
fact.
Come on.
What do you think you've been doing right so far in this business, and what do you think you've been doing wrong?
Right? I'd say my set etiquette is so important. It's so important, especially if you're number one on the call sheet. If you're
Yeah.
anything on the call sheet, if you're a PA on the call sheet, etiquette is
Yeah.
etiquette is everything. But when I am, especially the lead of the film, I mean, you're gonna have a good time. The energy is gonna be amazing, and I make sure I connect with everyone, and that level of networking too has helped me to get other jobs. It could be someone that was working in the sound department. I've gotten a job
For
from
sure.
someone who's working in the sound
Oh, that's a
department, and
fact.
they're just like, "Hey, I'm on this set, and this actress is not good," and I told them about you. So yeah, what are
No,
you
it's
doing?
And they be
Plugs
listening
all
to you
over.
all day.
all
And that it'd be the
day.
sound people. That's
It's the
actually a
sound-
really good point because they really
Yes.
be the ones that can hear your
Yeah.
performance without
Yes.
even looking at you. And they
Exactly.
can tell if it's still a good performance or not, too.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep. So-
I didn't even thought about that.
So really, what I'm doing
Be happy.
what I've been doing well is the set etiquette. What I could do better at, which it's an illness, so y'all gotta bear with me, is time management, being on time. You know, it's been passed down from generation to generation. I
I
did
think
not
it might
skip
be a
it.
black thing.
It's also cultural.
Generation.
You know, I'm trying. I'm like, I'm gonna get there an hour ahead of time, and I'll get there maybe on like right there a minute before, and I'm like running. Like, you know, that's chaotic. That's chaotic, and it's gotta stop.
I know the feeling.
It's gotta stop.
I can't even
So,
say nothing on that topic.
You know, I'm not late, but I'm not the earliest.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say.
Do you believe in that, Byron? They
The
say,
time?
you know, it's like, you know, if you're not early, you're on time or whatever the.
I have started to believe in that a little bit more because it's also like a
Respect thing.
no, it's like a energy thing, right?
Mhm.
Like when you're running behind, you're a little bit
Yes.
off.
For sure.
Absolutely.
A
That's
little
true.
thrown off. You're thinking a little bit too much. You're
Mhm.
like, oh, what did they think? What did
Mhm.
some people might not even know that you was late, but you're still in your mind. You're like, I'm late.
That's
They're gonna
actually
think
true.
this. I'm gonna-"
Yes.
you know. So when you're early, all you're focused on is whatever your task is that you're coming
Yeah.
in doing.
You're
You know
right.
what I'm saying? So I think it matters. I'm
Yeah.
not sure who's really watching, but I definitely think it matters for
Yeah,
sure.
it's like everything counts. The way you do
Yeah.
one thing, the way you do everything type of thing.
Yes.
And I be trying. I really do. But now that you bring that up, though, that's a really good point, though. The energy of it in ourselves,
Yeah.
knowing that we're running late,
Yes.
kind of take you. I used to forget to pray before auditions and stuff, and I used to do that all the time. I was telling Byron, I'm like, man, I be rushing to get stuff done sometimes so much because I'm so backed up that I'm like, damn, I just realized I ain't been praying before these auditions like I used to, and that mean a lot to me.
It's so
But
much
Right.
going
It
on.
made me realize that.
all the
Mhm.
time for us. Like, you know, you love the craft so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to be great at it. You want to do it all the time. But then you've got things like bills
Life.
that are like incorporated in your life, food,
Yeah.
using the
You have to
bathroom.
eat.
Sometimes I get frustrated when I got to use the bathroom. I'm like in the middle of something. I'm like, oh,
Me
gotta
too.
pee again.
2 hours later, you
I'm
just
so
now getting back to
annoyed.
what you
Oh
was
my
doing.
gosh, I am
Bruh.
studying.
Yeah, I'm like, how is this
Then I-
even possible?
Yeah,
like,
you know, I feel you.
you
We
see
all
me in
probably
this
got
book right
ADHD
here.
clinically
actually-
just being in this.
Can I talk about this? Okay, when it comes to clinically diagnosing yourself,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
ADHD, I feel like the late 20s, early 30 crowd, we are all just bombarded with, do you have ADHD? Take this test. Are you autistic? Take this test and find
Yeah.
out. I'm like, why? I'm like, are they just sending that to me? Am I? Like, why do I keep getting this? But it's like, it's like, are they trying to push this on us?
I think they're pushing it.
Yeah,
Maybe,
because-
yeah.
I think they're pushing
And
it.
then almost everyone I talked to was like, it's my ADHD. I'm like,
Yeah.
dang. We all
It,
got
it- it did become a more popular
Hold
word
on.
in the last like 5 to
Yeah.
10 years.
See, I got
Like, it's-
diagnosed in college, so I actually know, you know, that I've had it before people were talking about
But
it.
this is the thing, though, that they say about ADHD is that for one, they overdiagnose it.
Yeah,
because
for
for
sure.
one, when you're melanated, your energy is a little bit different anyway. So
Okay.
you're already on 10, you're more eccentric, your levels are different. So when you stick us in this little bitty mundane classroom that's got nothing in here for us when they're teaching
we gonna
you
want to do
this-
more. Yeah.
this rubric that is outdated and
Mhm.
lies, you're gonna be a little bit bored.
Yeah.
So then you
Yeah.
start getting a little
That's
bit
where it starts.
rambunctious, and then they're like ADHD, black person.
Immediate.
You've got it. You need some medicine and go get on this
Go
stuff.
calm that ass down.
But what I've been seeing, recent studies have been calling it a superpower.
Yeah, me too.
That
Hey.
there's something in there that they haven't told us that has been giving us additional something.
Yeah, when
that
you can
they're hiding.
channel that into the right things like the arts, that's why a lot of
Yes.
people that they say are creative are like that. It turns into that magic we talking about.
Yeah.
I think we get there and we can take it there
Exactly.
a lot easier than most people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because it's always at the surface, like it's waiting to come out on a
Mhm.
regular
Yeah, for
basis.
sure.
Yeah,
It's
because
like,
our minds are
really-
wandering. It's like, okay, but what if? Like all the what ifs in our head,
Yeah.
and that generates stories on
It-
top of
it's,
stories.
it's magical
Yeah, it
because
is.
when you look at us just as a people, we've been doing this since the beginning of time. as being creatives,
Come
being
on.
artists. I even seen like what is it,
You've been in
all the
banners,
awards,
too.
like the Academy Awards and everything like that, was ancient African statues that they mimicked to then create awards here for the arts.
I never knew that.
Like these things
What?
they're saying have just been started, the Oscars, the this, the that. But when you look back hundreds of years prior to that, those same statues were already in our culture that we were giving each other for the arts.
That's crazy.
So when you look back at like the history or the evolution of our journey as just creatives, it's something that's etched in stone. And then the other thing I'll say is when you look at our impact for the world, our culture, even just our culture from here in the last 30, 40 years of or 50 years of like hip hop culture has now it's spread
into
across the it's
There's
probably in the
nothing that it
universe.
damn near it hasn't touched.
You know what I'm saying? Like everything we do is replicated, mimicked, just even from the beginning of time.
Yeah, that's
So,
crazy.
you know, it's something in us that we don't know.
What is we got a monopoly on cool.
Yeah, we definitely got a monopoly on cool.
So yeah, that's one of them things that set us apart that I think, if we lean into more, all of us got it.
Have you felt like you've started going up for like bigger stuff as of recent?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you been seeing like the feedback from people in like those positions? You know, has there been good feedback there, or what's that been like?
Yeah, it's really like I might want to pinch myself to see like, is this really happening? I just really, while I was out here, had a phenomenal meeting with some executives that really enjoy my work and want to bring me on. And not only have I been getting blessings in the acting world, but also when it comes to writing, because I write as well. And it's just, yes, I am just thankful, and things are changing, and I am really trying to navigate what is happening right now.
What kind of stories have you been writing?
Okay, so I love thrillers, and I've been writing thrillers. I have like a cabin thriller, I have a psychological thriller, I have a few thrillers.
You know what I love what you do? Put on an accent.
Oh yeah.
When you throw an accent on something, I'll be like, "Ooh, she's gold. She's gold."
I can't wait till I can use one on a film. I haven't been able to really. I've used one on my films, but I haven't been able to really do it. I've been able to sing like the series I have coming out.
Yeah.
I'm singing in that, so that'd be cool.
Okay, so writing, acting, and then producing. So you do all the three. What about directing?
You know, I just hold directing to such a high standard. And I know what it is to be a bad director or to work with a bad director and to work with a good one. And I really feel like I want to sharpen up on my ability to, know the shots. So I might kind of study the DP aspects of things, and then I might feel more confident when it comes to directing, because I do have visions. But yeah, right now just writing and allowing directors that I trust to tell my stories is my path right now.
Yeah.
But I will do that in the future.
We've been talking a lot about like ownership and what it looks like to produce in this time. You know, just being on the independent side, I've made a couple of actually the first movie I produced you were in, which was You Married That.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
wow, that was a long time ago.
That was the first movie that I ever produced, and then Swoon was the second one, and then Swoon was my directorial debut. First producing job for you though, right? Rich? Yeah. So we've been looking at like that back end and all the things that it takes to produce these days. Do you feel like, are you on the back end of some of these things? Because what you contribute so much to these projects, I'm like, I feel like you should be there at this point.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
So when it
That's
goes,
why she loves Tubi. You're not picking up what she's putting down, Byron.
I'm surviving. I said I'm not acting. I mean, not nursing. But that goes back to negotiating too, because sometimes when it is lower rate than what I am used to, then I do negotiate points or come on as a producer too, because I also have a wide variety of things that I can help when it comes to the production locations,
for sure,
talent, just even like when it comes to getting grip trucks and things. So I can come on as a producer if I really believe in the project and I really want to be a part of it because it's something that I haven't played, and then I will do points. Or just this last film, the film that I just wrapped yesterday, they bring me on as an associate producer and just gave me a percentage of the film without me even negotiating, which was like a blessing. I'm like, wow, thank you guys.
You see the skills.
Yeah, I was gonna say they recognize.
Yeah, you see the skills.
I appreciate you. So yeah, I absolutely am on the back end of things, and that helps when it comes to not taking as many projects because you still get that. You know, you have a way to pay your bills and also not have to take things that you don't feel aligned with your brand.
That's good business advice because a lot of people will continue to settle for being just in that position and just getting, you know, a lesser rate and not speaking up for themselves. So I think it's good for them to hear that business side of it. You know, with show business, a lot of people just focus on the show. The business is damn near more important than the show because you don't get to really participate in the show if you don't have your business kind of in order to some extent. So, you know, like that's, I feel like important. Yeah, no, I feel like it's dope because it's really being a boss though. Like we all are our own small businesses. You're a small business, you're a small business. Not small by any means, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
And because that being the case, nobody's gonna care about your business as much as you. Yeah. It's your business. Everybody else got their own business, you know? So I feel like that's part of like, as my mom would say, minding your own business.
Have you been with your same team since the beginning or that's evolved over time?
So I just switched my team. Well, not just a couple months ago I switched. And that was very difficult for me because I had been with the same people.
What caused the switch for you?
Well, I had been navigating this. Well, okay. I had a lot of people coming to me for different films. And navigating that was very difficult. And I really needed a team that can really help me and tell me what I should and should not do. I just needed a team that can help me out with that. And I didn't feel like I was getting that before. And yeah, that was really my main thing because I had been with them for a really, really long time, really since I moved to LA. So that was not an easy decision.
Man.
But I hate them conversations, man. I've had to go through it like 2-3 times.
You just switched your team not that long ago.
Yeah, right. I feel like they just brought up so many. I hate them conversations.
But who I was with was she's fantastic, and I do feel like another thing that made me want to switch was I didn't want to have someone on the same team as me that had extremely similar qualities to me. So I wanted to go with someone who, when they do pitch me, I am unique in their, in their batch of actors and talent. And when they see a specific role, I am the one that they will pitch for that role. So
yeah, that's always
that
tough.
was important for me too. So yeah, that played a big factor.
Our industry is so interesting because if it was ran on talent, I couldn't imagine what it would look like. But
it would look different.
It would look a lot different.
It's not just talent.
And I mean, I always relate stuff to sports because I play sports. It's not always the best players that make it to the NBA. It's the ones that had their stuff in order and minded their own business. And I wonder, being in your position as a woman, do you feel like, because you're doing boss shit, you're doing real boss shit, and do you feel like being a woman has made it, I don't want to say more difficult, but how have you navigated some situations that you've seen differences between how the men and the women get treated in this?
That's a good question.
Yeah, her having them same conversations that we have with executives, I can imagine it's a little different as a woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that I always lead with grace. And before I go into these meetings, I know what I will and won't accept.
Yeah.
So I just stay within the boundaries that I've set for myself. And I haven't really been pushed to a point where I feel like my boundaries are being crossed.
That's good.
So I just have had that.
But protect it.
Yeah,
which makes me think too, like along the same lines, I'd imagine it's got to be a little bit challenging to like, if somebody invites me to a meeting, if a guy invites me to a meeting, I know it's
that's
a meeting.
What I'm thinking. I know how some of these dudes is. That's actually true. We in LA.
All right, okay. All right, keep thinking that.
Wait a minute. What is this? How could you?
They offer to send you a ride. I'll pick you up.
Yeah, come up to the room.
Come
yeah, for sure.
Whoa.
There's a hot tub in here. Yeah, we just chilling in the hot tub. Oh yeah, let's get in there. So what's going on, bro?
Yeah.
What's going on with the lights right now?
What are you doing with the lights right now?
With
What's
the
this
lights dimming
music?
here. Yeah, what's going on, man?
Is that Ursula?
We working or we not working?
You're like, are we still talking about the movie?
Yeah. It's like, what do you mean? What do you mean I look tense? Wait a minute. You sound like me trying to. Wait a minute. No,
But
that's a real
it be
talk.
happening, and I know, like, I'm a dude, and I've been preyed on by dudes in this industry. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, all jokes aside, though, like, I just wonder because you seem so sweet and so, you know, grounded, and you're from the Midwest, I know too. Coming out here, I know that had to be a crazy thing, and now getting all of this attention out of nowhere, I'm like, as a woman, I can't imagine how that is.
Can you decipher, or is it challenging to decipher when opportunity comes through that if it might be somebody like maybe he's just trying to get at me, or have you experienced that along your career, or?
I think that I shut it down so early on that they're like, I haven't, like I said, my boundaries don't get pushed to the max because I'm scream. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I will scream. Do not play with me. But no,
the role's paying off. Look, she like scream. I can do that.
I'm not playing
Got
around.
practice.
But no, if I do get a sense of you're trying to come on to me in a way, then I will verbally say, oh, this is a professional meeting, right? I just confirm, like, this is a professional meeting, right? And then that kind of, like, oh, you know, like, yeah, okay. All right, cool. Okay, well, let's stick to the film then, you know?
Yeah.
I just do it with grace still.
That's good.
But also, come on now. I'm not here for a date. This wasn't Tinder. We didn't meet on Tinder. So let's stick to this production and keep it moving.
That's good.
And they usually do. And I would never want to be with someone that is like, I don't know, like shit where you eat, you know what I mean? We might work together again, and this might not, like, it's just an absolute no, whether I'm, you know, single or not, or, you know, or married, regardless, it is just not,
not your cup of tea.
I respect it. As a woman, I feel like I gotta ask just because I don't know. And a lot of women are probably gonna learn from that and have the courage to make sure they're setting boundaries and thinking about what they're doing before they step in the situation. Because I feel like if you're not prepared, some stuff like that can sneak up on you.
So many things you have to be prepared for. I've been on set before and they're like, oh, we're gonna put in a sex scene. I'm like, what?
The day
right now? Yeah, or it'll be an intimate scene in there, or like in the script it'll say, you know, they kiss and they fall onto the couch, fade to black. Cool.
Yeah,
I read that and said I can do that.
That's fade to black.
And then I get there and the intimacy coordinator's on set, and I'm like, hold on, what you here for? I'm just saying we just kissing and fading to black. It's for kissing, right? And she's like, no, well, I thought it was a sex scene. Like, literally, this happened to me on set. Like, with nudity. I'm like, absolutely not. So that's another reason why it's really good to have a good team, because you can immediately call your manager and say, hey, this is not, you know, I'm not okay with this. And I don't have to be the one to say, you know, no, I can just have them call and they will.
You don't have to be a bad guy.
They cut into them, you know? So it's you know, you got to have that kind
You've
of
had
protection.
Intimacy coordinators on, like, these indie projects, too? Oh, wow. Okay.
And if in the earlier, but I also haven't had a lot of haven't had a lot of intimate scenes.
Yeah.
And I don't really do. I have not. I didn't say I don't. I have not done anything too graphic. But yes, they have intimacy coordinators on set, and you know, you feel, even if it's like, if you are walking and you have your underwear, or you know, they're letting you know what will be seen. And I've even had the intimacy coordinator show me the shots because I want to make sure I look good. If I'm, you know, let me see what I'm
Hold up a second.
Okay, cool.
No, I could have arched a little bit. No, let's redo that.
Just, you know.
Gotta get all my coins out here. Hold on.
I'm gonna do it. Gotta do it.
Yeah,
but no, it's really. I really think that it's crucial. Even if you're an indie filmmaker, even if you just have, you know, you just hire someone for a day to come on set to do it. It makes everyone feel more comfortable, and it keeps things professional, and it makes, you know, it's just better. It's just better.
What is it like to be an actor and then to have to go into this other intimate space of, whether it be like the kissing or a sex scene or a thing like that? Like, how do you navigate that?
It's great if you get to, like, do some, I don't know, just work with the actor beforehand. It's really tough if it's like your first scene, like you're shooting for a month and day one, it's your intimate
you
scene,
just
like,
meeting the person and
drop the rope.
Oh, great, you know, and it's always. It can be a little. It's not a sexy thing. It's a bunch of people around with cameras this close to your, you know, your face, while you have to kiss someone you don't know. But if you're a professional, then you can do it well, and you know, you let that go out the window. And I really for me, I just really try and stay present,
Yeah.
and I try and stay in the moment to really give that energy to the camera and to my scene partner, so that it's all for the movie, the best
Yeah.
outcome for the film. So yeah,
True
it's
that.
We
not
had
easy though.
we had a scene like that in Swoon,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and 4 or 5 times in the edit, I'm like, oh man, I'm tired of watching this. Like, damn, I know these are my
It's
homies
me, and
right
I couldn't
here.
even
I'm
watch
like,
it. I'm like,
yeah, I'm like, oh,
I'm
this
good. I've
is.
seen it enough.
Let's try to
right?
get through this part, right?
Because
quick.
it's not even that, it's something I think people on the outside looking in that obviously have their minds wander when they imagine being in that position. They imagine it being, like you said, a lot more sexy than it is. It's a real
It's not
It's not
technical.
a second.
It's
We're
not
still
sexy.
working at that point too. Like you trying to deliver a good performance that's
Yeah.
truthful, but at the same time, it's very awkward. So I think
Hey,
that
yo,
having,
Rich, hit that moan a little softer, bro.
yeah, like
Yes.
people don't even know what that shit feels like, but
It's a dance.
Yeah.
It's not really. You're not. A lot of times you don't just get to go at it and do what you want. It's usually
Yeah.
like, okay, cool. He's gonna grab your shoulder. You're gonna go down, hit this mark here, and then your hands are gonna go here. Then I'm gonna go pan up to your hands, and then you're gonna grab hands here. So it's like you're in your head,
very staged.
and you're
Yeah.
just, it's very
The technical
very much
aspects
so.
of it, you still
Yes.
want to make it look good.
Yes.
You're in character.
Yes.
20 people
You don't
watching.
know if your
20.
partner's uncomfortable. You try
Yeah.
not to make them uncomfortable, and then
Yeah.
you got other people just making both of y'all uncomfortable at the same
Everything
time.
is just,
It's just a lot.
It's a unique
Gotta
experience,
get the gum-
but it's
gotta get the gum
definitely not
before.
sexy.
You gotta be a
It's
real
yes.
professional, though.
The gum, no, we're brushing our teeth.
Yeah.
Mouthwash. I do not
Please.
like.
She carry a Listerine on set with her.
Oh, I
Here.
do absolutely.
Please.
Like y'all are laughing, but I absolutely
that's a
do
fact.
before
Hey, I
these
ain't mad
scenes.
at you.
And that's another thing the intimacy coordinator does too. They will make sure that we
Check the
we have-
hygiene for
Yeah,
everything.
Yeah,
like
please.
use this mouthwash. They'll come.
I'm trying to remember if they did that on Little Fires. They may have.
But yeah, I make sure that I brush my teeth, and I really I don't tell my scene partner to do so, but I make sure I make it very visual that I'm doing so. So like,
You on
you
set
see-
brushing
You
your
would-
teeth right in
you
front
and
of
me?
the camera.
you need toothpaste? You good?
Yeah.
Oh, you got it. Okay, cool.
I was
cool,
just
babe.
curious.
making sure. I got other toothbrushes.
Because we were all doing it.
We all everybody,
It's all
even the
of us.
director. I don't know why
Yeah.
he's doing it, but he doing it too.
He's got to come in
He
close
come-
when
yeah.
we're doing this. So we're all in close.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you got any last things, Rich?
I just want to congratulate you on everything. I know what it's like to be patient for your dream, and it sounds like it's definitely starting to blossom and start to evolve into what I'm sure you've been picturing. But you said you just at the beginning of it, so I'm excited to
the
see this
beginning.
ascension
Oh, it's just the
to
beginning. That's
stardom
for
because
sure.
I
It's
see
just the
you.
beginning.
I see you with all of the biggest names, and
you.
meeting you now and feeling your spirit too. Like, it's refreshing. Like, keep that. Like, I'm excited to see where you're going. Hell, you got our support. I can't wait to have you in
Thank
one of our
you, Rich.
movies.
Oh
It's
yeah,
gonna
for
be
sure.
a-
Thank you. Oh,
Actually,
yeah.
we might.
We already have her in
Yeah,
the-
we've got
yeah.
you in mind for some.
Yeah, we'll
things.
talk
Well,
later.
yeah,
Our people will
yeah.
call your people.
Oh yeah, please
Yeah.
do. Please do.
We'll figure that
Please
out.
do.
Yeah, but we usually do the closing thoughts. You wanna get your closing thought in, and then let her take the floor. See if she
Yeah,
got
let me see
anything
if
to
I got
say to
some
her
closing
people.
thoughts. Yeah, I mean, along the lines of even like how we started the show, Black cinema.
Mhm.
I love the state of where we are right now when it comes to us creating things. And I also love the no wait that people are feeling. Like, I'm not gonna wait to put this out. I'm not gonna wait to improve. Like I put out things, and the thing that I put out after is gonna be better than that thing anyway.
Yeah.
So
true
I
that.
might as well just start putting things out to get better and better and better. I think it's a huge opportunity for creatives and filmmakers to get some practice
Yeah.
in this day and age right
In
now, in
public.
this climate.
I like that term, practicing
Yeah,
in public.
it's definitely practice in public for
Yeah.
sure. But I mean, I just love the excitement around even collaboration. Like, even though you said earlier, like, your rate gets a little tricky sometimes when you got to kind of figure it out, but you're usually more than willing to at least try to figure it out.
Mhm.
Like, that spirit, I think, has been traveling through a lot of our generation of
Yeah.
creatives, and I've just been seeing some of the dopest stuff come out. Like, and where do we go from here? Like 5 years from now, you can say somebody's put out a bad piece of something right now, but in 5 years, if they keep going, it won't be like that.
No.
And just because you saw me put it out,
Mhm.
that takes nothing away. Like, I don't look at the critics. I don't read the comments. I don't really look at the negativity that's involved with anything I do because, for one, I'm making something really for me.
Mhm.
I'm making this thing for
that
me.
you got to get out.
Yeah, I got to
Yeah.
do this for me. I got to get this practice in. This is all for me. I'm hoping that it resonates with other people. But if it don't, I'm gonna get to the next
one.
project anyway. Yeah.
It's gonna be another one coming.
Yeah. Did you have anything before
I mean, I feel like we covered it all though. I think, like you said, where we at in cinema is amazing. I think all of the opportunities that these platforms are giving us is incredible. I would love to see more money pumped into them so that there could be even more of that.
We getting there.
Yeah, we are playing our part and making sure that we create as many opportunities, but also just the mentality of everybody being in the mindset of like, we can do this ourselves. Like, we are creatives. We are people that turn nothing into something on the regular. And if everybody recognized that in one another and how we could work together to be able to keep that going as much as possible without waiting on anybody, everybody's gonna have to conform to what we're doing. You know, we're the majority. And without us, ain't nobody doing shit.
Yeah.
So, you know, I look at that and it's just dope to have these conversations with people like you. So,
yeah, that's a
I
fact.
appreciate you again.
You got any closing thoughts for any of the actresses out there or the film community, or
Same thoughts? Okay.
you want to give anybody any advice?
I will leave everybody with this. Manifestation is real. And I would encourage everyone to write down the dream, the goal that they have for themselves with pencil and paper, and really visualize yourself obtaining that goal and just watch it come true.
Yeah.
Solid to me.
That's our figure skater, actress, writer, producer, future director, future icon award winner, Sierra Angelia.
Young legend in the making.
Young legend in the making. Man, thanks for coming on the pod.
Thank you for having me. This
Absolutely,
was awesome.
absolutely. We'll have you again.
Okay.
Absolutely. Cool.
Hey, you dropped your mic.
Oh, shit.
Got
Sure.
you. Got your back.
This. My shit might be dead. Cool.